This podcast is not sponsored or supported by any business or organization. The views reflected on these podcast episodes are my own. Please be aware I am not a medical expert, travel agent, or any other kind of expert. Hey everyone, welcome to the Eat, Explore, Love podcast. I'm Ashley. This podcast is based off of my blog of the same name, Eat, Explore, Love. It talks about the unique challenges in traveling around the world when you have celiac disease. Due to sort of popular demand, I decided to also record a podcast to delve a little deeper into my travels and the lessons learned along the way. This week, I wanted to explore the idea of success. It means so many different things to different people, but yet people always expect others to live up to their standards of success. It took me a long time to figure out what success meant to me. Not long ago, I moved to Verona, a beautiful little city in Italy between Milan and Venice, not too far from Bologna. When I was figuring out which city I wanted to live in, my original goal was to go to Florence, but I was advised otherwise. I was given two options of cities, and I went with Verona. Out of the two cities, it had more gluten-free places for me to eat at, and I had heard of it before. Okay, you got me. I love the movie Letters to Juliet starring Amanda Seyfried. But before Letters to Juliet, there was William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. More recently, there's a Netflix movie, Love in the Villa, which gives you the best glimpse of modern-day Verona. The Capulets and the Montagues were real families. But even though the families existed, you should know the balcony was not real. Nonetheless, if you want to come visit, Juliet's balcony is right there waiting for you. My favorite part of Verona is the arena. It is essentially a smaller version of Rome's Colosseum, but they still use the arena in Verona. During the summers, they have a different opera every night. Surrounding the arena are different set pieces that are brought in and out every night by crane. It's the magic of live theater. Sometimes if you sit at one of the restaurants in the piazza, you can hear some of the performances while they're happening. From my apartment to the arena, I can find so many wonderful gluten-free places to eat. They're so accommodating and understanding. I have yet to find a problem, knock on wood. If you're interested in finding out my recommendations for gluten-free cuisine in Verona, be sure to check out my blog post, When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie, Eating in Verona, at eatexplorelove.com. Verona is a fairly safe city. I have never felt uncomfortable walking alone at night. This city is seemingly always awake, just like New York. Yet there's a quaintness to the city. Verona is where I finally felt successful. So that brings us back to the topic of this episode. What is success? Where I grew up, success was going to college, finding your high school or college sweetheart, getting married, and having kids, all by the time you turn 30. I never go on social media, but recently I went on Facebook and no longer recognized most of the names on my newsfeed. I finally realized it was because all of the women I grew up with were married and had changed their last names. They were growing their families with pets and children and having amazing lives. They had achieved what we grew up being told was success. Now, that doesn't mean it's not also their version of success. I am so happy for my friends, both old and new, that have found someone they care about to start a life with. I'm not going to pretend I don't wish I had found my own partner and wonder what's wrong with me that I haven't. But I also never wanted children. I know my personality and know I'm much better suited as the cool auntie to all the kids, spoil them rotten, and then give them right back to their parents when they're crying. You can't ever take a mental health day from being a mom. The women that do it are superheroes to me. I, on the other hand, need my mental health and sick days. I have people in my life, believe it or not, that have judged me for choosing to explore and travel the world rather than to try and find my other half. But I want to feel whole on my own for myself more than I would like to find someone that completes me. I've tried that version and it nearly destroyed me. I'm not going to be the girl that marries her college sweetheart and has some kids by the time she's 30 or any other age. So I need to find my own version of success. Most people would think I had achieved success several times over by now. My first real job out of college was working on a sitcom with an actor I grew up watching and loving. I was working for a director I loved, admired, and respected. After that, I went on to win an Emmy Award for directing. My next job after that was working in advertising for Broadway shows. How many dreams could be fulfilled within 5 years of graduating college? Where do you go from there? But working on TV or with Broadway shows don't cure demons that are happening on the inside. Winning an Emmy Award never provided me additional opportunities at work or got me equal pay for the equal work to my male counterparts. People spend their entire careers working for this trophy. I got it so easily and so young, and I'm glad I did because I got to see it doesn't change anything. I realized I needed to fix myself and feel that I was good enough. That was going to be my version of success. If I grow old and die alone, it will all be fine as long as I love myself. On Grey's Anatomy, Meredith Grey says to Derek Shepherd on a beach while she's in her COVID-induced coma, "Tell me I'm pretty on the inside." That's what I tell Zola. Be pretty on the inside. That's what I want to be. Be pretty on the inside. So I do this thing whenever I travel to a new city. I send my 7-year-old cousin a postcard. Even though there's this huge age gap, she's probably one of my best friends. Whenever I get to visit with her, it's so difficult to say goodbye. But I send her these postcards so she knows no matter how long it's been since I've seen her, I'm always thinking of her. But it also serves another purpose. She's not growing up in an environment too different from mine. She's seeing a lot of the same examples that I did. Grow up, go to college, marry your college sweetheart, work hard, have kids. Rinse, repeat. There's nothing wrong with that picture, like I said. But I want her to know she has options in what success can mean for her. She's gotten to see a strong, independent woman follow a different path. She's seen me be successful from a young age. She's held the Emmy Award. She's now seeing me travel the world. She's never seen me with a man. I love her so much, and I hope when she grows up, she not only feels pretty on the inside, but she knows she can define her own version of success like her big cousin Ashley. She can be successful in whatever career she chooses. She can go and travel the world. She can do volunteer work. She can make $1,000,000. And if she follows that path, let's just hope she decides to share some of that with me. But in all seriousness, if she marries her sweetheart and gets married and has kids, that would be incredibly wonderful. And I will spoil her kids just like I spoil her. the type of success doesn't matter as long as it's hers, as long as she feels pretty on the inside. Living in Verona and traveling the world, I am getting my version of success. I'm finally learning to feel pretty on the inside. So, with all that said, what is success to you? Thank you for joining me this week for all the fun journeys and lessons learned on my big adventure called life. For more information on the different cities discussed, check out the blog posts on eatexplorelove.com, posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have any questions or fun stories to share, feel free to reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Until next week, remember to eat well, explore the world, and love yourself. See you next time! This episode is produced, scripted, and edited by me, Ashley. Special thanks to Mientka.